Greetings to all and welcome to the session 4 of Unit 2 Practice on Commands, which covers the course outcome 2 and 3, which includes give dimensions, tolerance and geometrical tolerance, interpret and draw, edit and modify two dimensions, create isometric 3D drawings, and convert to orthographic views. In the today's session, we are discussing two models, Model 7 and Model 10, which includes creating orthographic views when 3D drawings are given. Here comes the Model 7, create front, top and side view for the given 3D drawings. So 3D drawings is given in the problem. For this 3D drawings, you need to draw front, top and side view, that is orthographic views you need to draw. Let me explain how to do this model step by step. So go to the solid edge, click on protrusion command and select the top reference plane. So we have to build the model 7 in two steps. In the first step, you have to draw the bottom feature by drawing this 130 and 90 mm rectangle and extrude it for a length of 20 mm, including these holes. So in the next step, you have to build this top feature by drawing this sketch profile and extruding it for a length of 30 mm. So initially in the first step, you have to select the protrusion command for drawing first feature and select the top reference plane. Once you click on the top reference plane, it will move to the sketch mode. So in the sketch mode, you have to draw the rectangle of size 130 into 90, and after that you have to add the 6 holes of diameter 15 in a given proper dimension. Once your sketch is completed, click on return option here. So in the edit box, give the proper protrusion distance, which is 20 mm, so that the material will be added in the Z direction. So this completes the bottom feature of the model 7. So in order to draw the top feature, so you have to click the protrusion command and select the front reference plane, which is exactly in the center of the first feature. Once you click on the protrusion command and select the reference plane, it will move to the sketch mode. In the sketch mode, you have to draw the proper sketch profile for drawing second feature. By giving proper dimension using smart dimensions and using line command, you have to draw the sketch profile for the second feature. Once your sketch is completed, click on a return command and using symmetric extent in the protrusion command, give the distance as 30 mm so that the material will be added exactly 15 mm from this center, 15 mm here and 50 mm in this direction, and 30 mm material will be added totally. So this completes the model 7. Once your model is completed, then you have to save this model. After saving this model, you have to go for drawing environment. In the drawing environment, you have to make the suitable sheet setup. After setting the sheet, then you have to go for drawing view wizard in order to pull the model to the drawing sheet. So after that, you have to go for principal views to generate the top and side view for the first model which you have pulled in the drawing sheet. So let me explain how to do this model in the solid edge. Go to the solid edge, click on protrusion command, select the top reference plane, draw the rectangle as explained using rectangle option here. Give the proper dimensions for this rectangle. dimension is, you can see total dimension is one to, not this one, 130 and 90. Make it as 130. This dimension as 90. Bring this rectangle to the center of the reference plane. Make it as 65, 130. This dimension should be 45. Now you have to draw the 6 holes of diameter 15. These holes, the distance 25 mm from the edge, and in between you have 40 mm. So diameter of this hole are 15 mm. So you draw a line here. The distance of this line from this edge should be 15 mm, which is the center for the all the holes, 3 holes. Make it as 15. Draw the holes of diameter 15. Give the dimensions for this holes. This dimension is 25. And this center to this center is 40. And this center to this center should be 40. Now you have to draw 3 holes here. Instead of, we can mirror these holes using mirror option here. Go to the mirror option. Select the all the holes by using box selection. Select all 3 holes. Select the reference plane. This is the reference plane about which it has to be mirror. This is the reference plane. So all the 6 holes are created now. So you delete all the unwanted lines, construction line. This is the construction line here, delete it. So once your sketch is completed, make sure that all dimensions are maintained. Click on return option here. Give the protrusion distance as 20 mm. Click on finish. Now again click on protrusion and select the center reference plane, front reference plane. Now you have to draw the sketch profile for the top feature. This profile you need to draw here. You can see here this height is 60 mm. After that we have 30 mm here. 25 inside here. 25. The radius is 15 here, semicircle of radius 15. That means this distance should be 30 mm. So 30 here. Again 25 above. And 10 mm here. 25 downward. 30 again. 25 above. 30 mm here. And complete this one. Now you have to concentrate on drawing the semicircle in this portion. So go to the arc by center here. So exactly in the center of this line, this is the center for this semicircle. This is the radius 15 mm. Draw the semicircle. Similarly here, this has center, radius equals to end point of this one. Draw a semicircle. Now here is unwanted lines here using trim option. Complete the sketch profile for the second feature. Click on return. Then you have to go for symmetric extend. Give the distance as 30 mm. Click on finish. Complete the model here. Complete the model 7. So go to the named views. Click on ISO. Save the model. File save. Okay. Save as model 7. Save. And close this. Go to the drawing environment here. Right click on this sheet 1. Click on sheet setup. Select A4 sheet. Uncheck this background. Click OK. Click on fit. Now go to the drawing view wizard. Select the model which you have saved, model 7. Click on open. Click next. Click front here. Click next. Click finish. Here comes the front view of your model. Then go to the principal view. Select this front view and drag towards downward in order to draw the top view. Similarly, select the principal view, select this front view, drag towards right to get the side view. Now you have to mention the important dimension which is mentioned in the problem using smart dimension. Give all the important dimensions. If you want, you can enter any text here using text option. Save this. This completes the model 7. Now let me explain how to do the model 10. This is the model 10. Create front, top and side view, orthographic view for the given 3D drawing. So let me explain how to do it in step. So in the first step, you have to select the top reference plane in order to draw the bottom portion of this feature. As usual, you have to create this model in 2 steps. In the first step, you have to draw this bottom feature, and after that you have to draw the this top feature. So in order to draw this top feature, you have to go for protrusion command, select this top reference plane. Once you click on the reference plane, it will move to the sketch mode. So in the sketch mode, you have to draw the profile for the first feature like this. So once your sketch for the first feature is completed, click on return here. Then you add the material by giving proper protrusion distance, which is 25 in this case, so that the material will be added in the Z direction. Once this completes the bottom portion of this feature, so after the bottom portion is completed, then you have to concentrate on the top feature. For that, you have to go for protrusion command again. Select this front reference plane, which is exactly in the center of this first feature. Once you click on this reference plane, it will go to the sketch mode. So in the sketch mode, again you have to draw the suitable profile for the second feature by giving proper dimensions using line and smart dimension option. Once your sketch for the second feature is completed, click on return. Then you have to go for symmetric extent and give the distance as 60 mm. So from the center reference plane, the material will be added 30 mm in the board direction. So this completes this model. Once this model is completed, save the file. Now you go to the drawing environment, make suitable sheet setup, and using drawing view wizard, pull the model to the drawing sheet, and using principal view, generate top and side view by dragging this front view towards downward and towards right. So let me explain how to do this model in the solid edge. Go to the solid edge, click on solid part, click on protrusion, click on top reference plane, draw this sketch profile of 120 mm, and this length is 60, so 120 into 60, bring this to the center with the reference plane. This distance should be 60 mm so that it will come exactly in the center. Now this should be 60 and this should be 120. This distance, this should be 160 divided by 2, that is 30 mm, so that it will come exactly in the center. This rectangle is completed. Now you have a 45-degree angle here. So starting from 10 mm, you can see here this is 120 mm. So this length is 60 mm. That means we have 30 mm here and 30 mm here. So after this 20 mm, we have a 45-degree taper line. So this length should be 10 mm. And from this 10 mm, we have 45-degree line here. So in order to draw the 45-degree line, you have to mention proper angle here. This is 0 angle, this is 90 degree, this is 180, and this should be 180 plus 45. You can enter directly 180 plus 45 here. 225 angle to touch this outer edge. Similarly, this angle should be 180, 270 plus 45, 270 plus 45. You remove the unwanted lines here by trim option. This is not required. Now you can mirror this length line here using mirror option. Control so that you can select more than one lines. So this line, and this line should be mirrored with respect to this reference plane. Here now, using trim option, remove the unwanted lines here. So since we have mirrored this line, there should be a connectivity problem between these lines. So it will show error when you click on return. So in order to avoid this, use connect option here. Connect endpoint of this to the endpoint of this is already connected. Similarly, endpoint of this to the endpoint of this, endpoint of this to the endpoint of this is connected already. Endpoint of this to the endpoint of this. Click on see whether the sketch is completed. So we have holes here, two holes of diameter 15. Distance from this edge is 15 mm here, and diameter is also 15, assuming that it is exactly in the center of this. That means 30 mm from this edge and 50 mm from this here. Exactly in the center, and diameter is 15. Distance should be 15 mm. Mirror this with respect to this reference plane. So this completes the top portion of the this model. Click on return. Profile is not closed here. So delete this one. Draw the line from the end point of this to the end point of this. End point of this to the end point of this. Click on return. Still we have error here. End point of this to the end point of this. Delete this. End point of this to the end point of this, and click on return. End point of this to the end point of this. Click on return. Connectivity problem here. So delete this. line from the end point of this to the end point of this. On return and give the extrusion length here. The bottom portion is 25 mm. So give 25 mm distance. Click on finish. So this completes the bottom feature of this model 10. Then concentrate on drawing the top portion. So for the top portion, click on protrusion command, click on this front reference plane. Here you have to draw this closed sketch profile. This length of this height of this is 25 mm, and we have 15 mm here and 15 mm downward direction and 30 mm length here. Again 15 mm in the upward direction, and again this is 15 mm. So draw a line from the end point of this to the end point of this. Height should be 25 mm height, 15 mm here, 15 mm downward direction, 30 mm here, 15 mm in the upward direction, 15 mm here. Close this. Confirm your dimension whether it is correct or not before returning from the sketch. So this is 15, 30 and 15 all are maintained here. This depth should be 15. Click on return. Now use symmetric extend. Since we have selected center reference plane, symmetric extend. The length is 60 mm here for protrusion. Click on finish. So this completes this model. Then go to the named views. Click on ISO. Save the model as model 10. Close this solid part. Go to the drawing environment. Right click on sheet 1. Click on sheet setup. Select the A4 sheet. Uncheck the background. Click OK. Click fit. Then go to the drawing view wizard in order to pull the model into the drawing sheet. Select the model we have saved, model 10. Click on open. Click on next. Click on front. Click on next. Click on finish. This is the front view of your model 10, and by using principal views, select this model, drag towards downward direction in order to get the top view, and again select this model, drag towards right to get the side view. Since this model is larger one, the scale is selected as 2:1, make it as 1:1 so that it will come to the accommodate in the drawing sheet. You can drag anywhere required by using just dragging this model anywhere. So now you concentrate on giving important dimensions here. We can write anything here using test command. This completes this model. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Finally, I would like to thank all my team members. Thank you. Thank you one and all.